I just went up to the shop and I picked up another truck that I am going to be driving today. It's a piece of junk. It's terrible. Let me give you a tour. First of all, that cover's gone. It blew off in the wind long ago. The vents, missing. Dashboard, missing. Buttons. That thing right there. There used to be one of these buttons right there, but it fell out apparently. This whole section of the dashboard has been riveted back on. It's probably from a different truck. Air button. It used to have this on it, where it goes on there. That way you can set the brake and let it loose. That, gone. Radio. CB radio does not work. It says disabled. This radio, it shows that it has a station playing right now, but it doesn't work. It's also not attached. So that might just fall out and short something out. I don't know. Dashboard's loose. All these little knobs are missing. That probably doesn't even work. The exhaust brake. All dirty. At least this side has vents. And the ignition is just floating around in this hole. I don't know whose idea it was to cut the plastic around it, but that sucker just keeps flopping around. So I don't know. It might just turn off while I'm driving. The original problem that this truck went in there for was there was a fuse in the dashboard that was switched, where there was supposed to be a 20 amp fuse. There was a 5, and then there was a 5 in the 20 slot. So you'd be going down the road, and this thing would blow a fuse and just shut off. Which I've had that happen before in one of my other trucks, where I was going 65 miles an hour down the road, and it just shut off. It was pretty scary. I thought I was going in a ditch. I was actually reaching for the radio to tell my boss, I'm going in a ditch. But I managed to get it back in gear, and that turned the engine, which gave me my steering and my brakes back. So luckily I didn't. But in order to set the brake in this truck, this is your brake handle. You've got to put it underneath that thing and pop it out with your snips. That's a pain in the butt. The only thing that does work in this truck, for some reason, somehow, is the battery thing. The plug-in for your phone, the cigarette lighter. That's about it. The seat, it's both of them they're all shredded. There's some guy's spit cup. I don't know who's, I think that's the other guy's. I don't know if the PTO works. The gauges seem to work for the most part for now. Speakers are busted. Whole inside's filthy. All of the interior stuff's been ripped off. This is ridiculous. I think it's about time that we throw this truck away or give it to somebody else. Shoot. This is not going to be a good ride. The clutch is about to go. That clutch pedal down there, it's got a lot of play in it. And then, let's see, what else is in here? It rattles like crazy. You're going down the road, this thing is jumping and twisting and vibrating, and it's loud. Can't get away from the loud because the radio doesn't work. The seat is stuck straight up because the lever that controls the lean of it is broken. It's gone. It broke off. So I can't adjust that. If I want to roll down the window, I probably shouldn't, because the little lever to roll it down, that's about to come off. No power steering whatsoever. You sit here and try to crank this thing when you're not moving, you're not turning it. You got to go forward and back like a bunch of times just to get it to turn so that you can back out of a spot. I understand this truck is going to be still usable technically, and I know a new truck is expensive, but I think it might be just as expensive and probably more dangerous to keep this old sucker running. I think we just need to get rid of it and maybe buy a different truck. Maybe one that's got lights, siren, because there's supposed to be a ringer dinger that goes off when your air pressure and your brakes gets too low, because it's air brakes. That's broken. That doesn't work. So if you get low on air, you're not going to know about it until the brakes just set on their own and you're going down the highway and suddenly come to a screeching halt. Oh, but wait, we're okay, because I found down here, I found a knob. So we'll see which one that goes to. Oh, hey, I can turn the fan on and off. Great. No, that's not gonna work. Brakes are squishy. It's hot in here. So in conclusion, it's gonna be a bit of a rough ride towards the end of the day. Right now, I think it's somewhere around noon. I don't know, because the clock doesn't work either. Surprise, surprise. So we'll see how the end of the day works out. It'll probably be bumpy and loud, probably some smoke involved because it's just old and rusty. Hopefully we don't wreck. Bye.